You might need to fire your top salesperson. Let's talk about it. Hey, it's Ben here from JobNimbus with the Building Business channel, and I've got our VP of Sales, Josh Brandon, with me today, and I want to talk about sales culture specifically. You are an expert at building a great sales culture. What do you think are some of the elements that make a truly great sales culture?
A truly great sales culture. Well, I think that what first comes to my mind is the brand of the company. What is the culture of the company? Any company that I've gone to, I've always first started with what is the culture they're looking to build? What is the brand? And when I think about brand, I think about what do I want people talking about me? Or how are they talking about me when I'm not around?
Yep.
When I've left, do I have a legacy? Those are the brand things. So when I think about building business or sales culture, I think about who are the people that can come in and best represent the brand of the company, best represent my brand as a VP of sales, and then are they going to be leaving with a brand that they've left everybody else talking about them as well?
So then how important are company values in the overall brand of this company?
No, I think that's immensely important, because I think that those values really need to align with the people that you're hiring.
Yeah.
A work-life balance. You want to hire salespeople who are going to come in, and when they're in the office, they're going to work really hard. But hopefully they're doing the same thing when they're out of the office, which is they're playing really hard. Whether that's with their family, with their friends, by themselves, whatever it might be doing, but they have passion in what they're doing.
Yeah.
So that passion outside of work usually is brought into the business as well.
I feel like some of the best sales cultures that I've seen have a lot of collaboration, meaning that the guys that have been around for a long time are willing to work with the guys that are just brand new. That's kind of hard to build a lot of times. What can you do to get that culture going?
Yeah, I don't know if it's something that you can force.
Yeah.
I remember early on in my sales career that I never wanted to be a leader. I never wanted to feel like, I had to be responsible for others. I think what happens is really good salespeople, they start to find more excitement. Once they've sold for a while, it becomes a little old hat. But what they start to build, what they start to enjoy is teaching others, is developing young sales talent. And so what you get is you get this cycle of young people who are coming in, who are passionate about other things, they want to learn how to sell, they start to learn how to sell, they do really well at it, and then they start teaching others. And so that passion continues to kind of go down as new people are brought in. And so I look at sales as a cycle of new and old coming together to help each other continue to grow.
In this industry, there is a lot of turnover. I've seen companies who have like 50% of their sales staff bounce every single year and have to replace that. What can you do to drive loyalty with your sales team so they stick around?
Yeah, so if you are a business that wants them to stick around, because I think that is a differentiator as well. I think that you can make the decision that's like, I only want to hire salespeople for a period of time. And there's a lot of good salespeople that you can go out there and get. Summer sales kids.
That's right.
Right? I mean, those are the best to go get. They're hungry, they're driven. They're going to hit the pavement really hard for a period of time. Then there's other people maybe you do want to keep around for a while. It has nothing to do, or I don't want to say it has nothing to do, has little to do with the compensation component.
Interesting.
It has to
That's
do,
usually the first thing people think about.
It's the first thing they think that it is going to make the biggest impact, right? But when it comes down to it, you need to be happy when you go to work. Doesn't matter how much money you're making, you need to be happy. You need to be surrounded by people you enjoy working with. So if you really want to create a culture of retaining your top talent, then think about, again, what are they passionate about? How do you get them to come in and share their lives with you? And you do the same thing. You got to share your lives with them so you can become a family. We all know that we spend more time at work than anywhere else, more time than we do sleeping with our own families.
At least waking hours.
At least waking hours, exactly. I mean, for me, it's even sleeping hours. I think I spend less time sleeping than anything else.
Yep.
But it really does come down to sharing experiences together. And I think if you can share those experiences with your employees and have them do the same with you, then it has nothing to do with the compensation. It has to do with how do you treat each other. And that should be why they're happy to come to work every day.
Okay, this is kind of a hard one because I know we've all been through this. Anybody who's ran a sales team before, there's the top performer, and sometimes that top performer is the wrong culture, frankly, wrecking the whole team, but they're delivering the revenue. What do?
Get rid of them. I mean, honestly, get rid of them. What you're going to see, and this is hard to do, okay, because you don't realize it until after you've done it. You don't realize it. It's really hard when you're in it to be like, how do I get rid of this person who is probably 150% better, 200% better than the rest of the people? What they're actually doing is they're sucking the energy from others. So these other people will level up. You will be able to build a better culture. These other people will actually want to stick around longer, which will help with retention, which is what we talked about as well. You'll get rid of that person and everybody else will level up. And you'll actually see a better production, a better, their working with each other will become that much greater. And what I've seen in the past too, I've actually had to get rid of top producers and they come back. They come back and they realize they have a little bit of self-reflection. Now again, I'm not saying that'll happen with everybody, but you have a little bit of self-reflection and they realize maybe what they were doing wasn't in the best interest of the team, right? Doing what's best for people doesn't mean what's best for the individual. It's what's best for the entire group of people.
Thanks, Josh. There is no substitute for hiring first on culture and values for your sales team. And secondly, if you have somebody that's not your culture and values, it's time to make a change. Thanks for joining us today. We'll look forward to seeing you next time. Keep on building your business.